Hey guys, well, welcome back. So today I am going to go over all of the mods and the specs that I have on this car. So for those that are new to the channel, this is a 2025 Cayman 718 GTS 4.0. And it's in, obviously, for those that are familiar with Porsches, gentian blue. And I've had this for, probably 4 or 5 months now, maybe more. I don't know. Time seems to fly so fast these days. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started here. So the first one, as you can see right here, I got the clear side markers. And there are several different kinds. You can get one from, I won't mention the vendor's name, but there are different vendors. But I found that the OEM is the best one. And I've had this generation 718, 991s in my past life and tried different clear markers. And we'll say that the OEM by far is the best. It is $50 more, I think, than the other variations, but it's just the quality, the fitment, but also just the shade of the dark tint. It's just about perfect for me. All right, well, as far as the brakes go, unfortunately, they did not have the ceramic brakes as an option when I ordered it. So I was stuck with, quote unquote, stuck with the steel brakes. I would really love to have gotten carbon ceramic just because of the fact that I really like to keep the vehicle as light as possible. And then while I'm here, this little mud flap, I just bought a piece of plastic universal mud flap from Amazon, and I trimmed it to fit it. I'll probably take it off in the future. I don't know yet. Because I have done the track pack PPF. And so speaking of the PPF, I've done the XPEL entire front clip. So that means the bumper, the hood, the side mirrors, and the track pack covers the pillar here, and then like the tip of the roof. I may take that off in the future just because I fear that eventually, if I do have to replace it, it'll leave a mark and the difference in the color just because of all the UV. But I try to keep my vehicle as clean as possible. Put some ceramic coating when I do some detailing, so that it's somewhat protected. But it gets cleaned enough to where you can't really tell unless you look at it at a certain angle. The other part of the PPF that's included with the track pack is this lower rocker panel. It goes from here all the way to here and here. So definitely would recommend getting the track pack or having this covered as well if you just want to do a partial PPF. Just because I have owned a Cayman before, and most of the rock chips you get is right around here and here. But also here as well. So that's the PPF, and as far as the exterior specs, I think I spotted, and I did get the black door handle, just personal preference. All right, and then coming to the headlights, got the PDLS LED. I think there's only one option now, either that or the halogens, and I think that's definitely a must as well. Really, I really like the daytime running lights. So this is definitely an option that I think everybody should get. So right behind here, this is where I kept everything black, uh, including the Porsche brand name there. Just didn't feel like chrome in the back matched the whole GTS ethos, so kept that black. I would have wanted just the GTS right at the center. I may still do that. I may take a fishing line, take this out, just heat it up with a hair dryer, take the fishing line that just comes right off, and then try to align this GTS at the center as much as possible. All right, and I think that's about it for my exterior. And then let's take a look on the inside. Also, got really lucky on the lottery for the tires. So this is a Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. In most cases, I think you get a Goodyear F1 or the Pirellis. And as far as grip, I think this is probably the best out of those other options. But I mean, as far as the sharpness, I will say that the Pirellis feel better, in my opinion. I've had other Porsches with Pirellis, and they're definitely on the sharper side. While this one has, I think, a softer sidewall. But I mean, as far as grip, it's pretty good. So again, got pretty lucky with that lottery there. All right, let's take a look at the interior here. So I went all out on the interior just because, I mean, I spend most of my time there. But I retained I shouldn't say retained, but I did check the GTS interior package. So that gives you the leather trim package with the race text. One of my favorite upgrade is obviously the race buckets or carbon buckets, carbon fiber buckets. I feel like, for the price you pay, I think it was like $6,000. It's totally worth it. I mean, if you don't like it, you can sell it on the secondhand market for twice as much and even more than twice and make some profit there and just pick up a used sofa. So, but I got the carbon bucket seats because I try to keep the car, again, as light as possible, but also just like the fact that it hugs me and it keeps me retained in the seat while I'm driving in the back roads. So, so with the interior package comes the carbon fiber trim, as you can see. And what I have also done is check the box on, I'm not sure what you call it, but kept that side panel is typically just plastic, but this option included the the stitched race text, and also, I'm not sure if you can tell, but this part here is also leather, not plastic. And with this option, gives you this option here, where typically, again, it's plastic, but it's actually leather. And then, as you can see, I got the chalk stitched instead of the carmine red. I was on the fence on that. I've had carmine red in the past on 718s, and so I tried something different, and I'm glad I stuck with the chalk stitching, just because it keeps the interior cleaner, in my opinion, a little more classy, and I think it aged really well. The other option that I've gotten is this engraved Porsche crest, which I think really looks cool. Let's see what else. Now, if you come to the door sill here, you'll see not only that I get the carbon fiber door sill, but they had an option for this symbol. So whenever you check the box on, like, extended interior options here, is part of the exclusive manufacturer option. So I thought that this is a really good touch to to retain the whole ethos of my interior. Obviously, there's a Cayman GTS that comes standard as far as the door sill writing, but I've got Cayman GTS and GTS badges everywhere, so just wanted to keep it a little bit different, or I should say differentiated. Another option I've got in the interior is the steering column in stitched leather, and also sun visor in, let me see if I can turn the light on, sun visor in Race Tex 2, which in my opinion, it should have just come standard that way. I don't know why they make you check the box for Race Tex sun visor, but you know, that's Porsche. What can you do? All right, let's see what else. Oh, and then the I don't know what you call this piece here, but got this in stitched leather as well. I try my best to be very careful when I'm getting out of the car. I do sometimes nick this, but what I've done in this whole interior is used a Geon leather ceramic coating, and I'll probably put like triple, quadruple layer on this. Not that it's gonna, you know, obviously protect it if I have any really harsh abrasive, and then if I really nick it. But I don't know. I just for the peace of mind, I did some ceramic coating there, but also keep it very clean. So I think that helps a bit as well, trying to retain this leather interior. All right, let's see what else. And I think that's about it for the specs of the interior. So for the interior spec, another option that I checked was the extended leather for the defogger area, and really like this. It gives it a another just upscale look. I wanted to take this shot from the outside because in the inside it gets a little dark and you really can't see much. But as you can see, it goes all the way to this center part here. And also it's the leather, it's wrapped around this sport chrono watch or a clock, whatever this thing is. So, you know, I think this just completes the look. I mean, if you have the leather dash, I think this is also a must. So why not? I mean, I put option for leather interior everywhere else, so definitely want to get this too. All right, before I get to the mods, I'd like to mention that the GTS interior package comes with a colored seatbelt. So this one's in chalk. So to the mods, what did I get for mods? Well, I kept my mods pretty simple for now. I've owned 2018 718 GTS with the 2.5 liter in the past and modded a little bit. I've had a 718 GT4 in the past and modded it a bit. So I have some experience on what I like and what I didn't like, and so this was an awesome opportunity to really modify this particular car as good as I want it. So the first thing, since I've got a manual transmission here, I absolutely would recommend getting a numeric short shifter. The stock one is great, but if you own a 718 or 991 with a 6-speed transmission or manual transmission, it's an absolute must. I mean, it is just, I mean, like they say, it feels like a bolt action rifle. And I mean, there's barely any wiggle in it, but it's just so addicting the way it shifts. So that's an absolute must. I mean, I probably had 3 of these in my past life, owning different Porsches, and would highly recommend it. The GT4
short shifter, or I should say GT4 shifter is great as well. Um, but anyway, would really recommend this. The other mod I've gotten was the screen protector. The stock one is matte, but I wanted a glossy. Not. I mean, this is not going to really protect much, but I got it mainly just for the looks. I really like the glossy nature of it, just because I think it just upscales the interior a little bit. All right. So the other mod that I have is this radar detector. So I think the only state where this is illegal is the state of Virginia. But anyway, this probably saved me a bunch of tickets. Um, but this is the Uniden. I forgot what the model is, but maybe you can kind of see it there. So there's that. All right. So the next modification, I thought I'll start here. And that is the numeric billet aluminum set of pedals. So to me, not only does it look good, but and I have a video on this. This gas pedal in particular, it's very smooth now, just because of the ball bearing mechanism here, and I actually added some dry lubricant on the part that actually matters, which is an actuator, a chain of actuators that is used to modulate the throttle signal to the ECU. So not too shabby for, I think I paid like $500, but the installation wasn't too bad. So, and it looks good in my opinion. All right, the next interior mod or addition, I should say, is this fishnet. And yeah, I know most people put that up here, but honestly, I don't know why you would put that net up here and put all your groceries up here, because it's, I'm short, but even for a tall person, it's just too far to reach. You gotta get it from the side. Definitely from the back of the car. It just, I don't know, it just didn't make sense. So this made a lot more sense. So if I have some grocery bags, I usually stretch them out and just tuck them in there, and it's all good. So, I mean, unless if you want to put a pizza up there, I guess that would work. But either way, I think push comes to shove, you can just unclip that and then just put it on these four corners if you do need it up there. So there's that. All right. So the second mod that I've got for this car is a Klein exhaust. So the full Klein exhaust, I shouldn't say full, but the catback exhaust includes the over axle pipe that's muffled, and then the entire rear section that's valved. I did get it in Inconel for two reasons. One, again, to keep the car as light as possible. And I think it shaved off anywhere between 30 to 35 pounds. So, it's something, and it adds up quickly. But the second reason I've gotten the Inconel is for the sound. I've heard the steel and the Inconel exhausts, and there is a difference. People won't say there is, but I don't know. I'm sensitive to noise, so and the feel of the cars. So I think I have a good gauge on what I hear with these type of modifications. So glad I got the Inconel. It gives it a high pitch right after 6,000 RPM, and just has an exotic car tone to it. So I think this is probably one of the best. Maybe the other option that I would have gotten is JCR. But one of my buddy actually had a GT4 and a JCR. I'm not sure if it was silenced or non-silenced, but either way, he actually lost 10 horsepower out of it. Ran it multiple times, but it sounds great. I mean, it sounds awesome, but not willing to lose some power at the for the sake of sound. So this tip actually did not come with the exhaust. You have to get it separate, so I had to pay extra for that. And then I think the inside of this tip, I'm not sure if it's steel or Inconel as well, but I think it's Inconel just because it's extremely light. When I picked up the package, I mean, it was really light. All right, so that's the exhaust. Let's see the other mod that I have. Again, I try to keep the car as light as possible. I'll show you in a bit. And okay, let me get this out the way. So this is my other mod. So this is the anti-gravity lithium battery. I did weigh this one versus a stock, and I think this shaves about 35 pounds. So it's pretty significant. I've had so this one is a 40 amp. I think the stock is like 80 and maybe more than that. But I've had 24 amps. It is like 3 or 4 pounds lighter than this one. But you would get fault codes with that. So don't really recommend the 24 amp. I think the 40 amp is a sweet spot, and it's still significantly lighter than stock. So with that, and with the exhaust, and with the carbon fiber buckets, I mean, right there, I think I'll be shaving about 100 pounds. So, you know, this car is already fairly light. Well, as light as modern cars are these days. So since you're starting with a light car, I think 100 pounds is significant. And yes, I can feel that. Whenever, I mean, you drive with a full tank of gas versus quarter tank, I can definitely tell the difference in the way the car handles. So I'm glad I got the mod or the lightweight battery. Definitely worth it. And then let's see, not really a mod, but the other is the tents. Got the ceramic tents all the way around. I live in Texas, so it gets pretty darn hot during the summer, so it is a must for me. I forgot the percentage, but anyway, this is dark enough for me. So, and I think that is it. I'll do another. Trying to see if I forgot anything. No, I think that's it. Okay, so what's in the plans for future? So I think the next step for me is going to be, one more thing I forgot. It's not really a mod, but I did get an alignment after the braking period. And I've gotten a more aggressive alignment. I think it is a must for these cars if you want to get even more engagement out of it. And so what I've done is maxed out the front camber as much as possible, which is unfortunately is only negative 1.6, 1.7. That's as far as it'll go for stock.
I kept the front toe slightly out, and then the rear, I kept the camber the same as the front, so 1.6, negative 1.6 or 7 in the back, and slight toe in the front on the rear. And by doing that, what it allows me to feel is a sharper steering. Turn-in is a lot sharper, but I'm actually able to feel or get more steering feedback. And I think that has to do with the toe out more so than the negative camber. Some people don't like the undulations of the road or feeling the imperfections of the road, but I love it. I really do. And Porsche has done a great job with these steering systems, even though it's electric. And by doing this alignment, it really helped out. So anyway, I think it's a must. Now, next step. So the next step, I think I am going to get a lower control rod with monoballs. Stock, it comes with rubber bushings around the caster, and I think the inner and outer, or at least the inner ball joints, but the outer is still monoball. But I like to get all solid bushings, just because I'm really into getting the steering feedback and feel as much as possible. I've had solid caster pucks before on my GT4, and I have not had any increase in noise, vibration, or anything like that. So I think it'll be fine. I'll probably get an LCA or low control arm that has the boots around the monoball, just to keep it protected from the wear from contamination or debris. So I think I'll do that next, and then push the camber out a little bit more, probably to like negative 2.1, 2.2, something like that. And then probably keep the rear stock, or keep the rear as is. And I think it'll definitely get some more roll feel or steering feel out of that. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to do too much on it. I slightly thought about lowering the car a little bit more, but I've had a GT4 in the past and it was scrape everywhere. And I think the stock suspension is really good as is. I had Öhlins before Road and Track on my old 992 Carrera S. And while good, unfortunately, you're not able to change the setting from soft to stiff. You'll have to get out of the car and do it manually. I probably wouldn't get any other coilovers because, if you want to still retain the comfort level while having good handling, I think Öhlins is by far one of the best. So I think that's it for my future mods. As far as the tune, who knows? Maybe after the warranty expires. So there's some good ones out there like APR and Cobb and M Engineering. So it's got some options. But I think for now, the power is good enough. And I mean, this is not a drag car. I have a really fast go straight car that I'll probably reveal later. So that gives me the fix that I want if I want some acceleration. But this car is, to me, it's just perfect. It's all around. I hate to use that word, but I mean, it's true. It's a balanced car as far as handling, as far as just engagement. The power is good enough. I really love this car, but let's see how long I'll keep it. Let's see what the future holds for me. Well, I hope you enjoyed going over the specs and mods of the car, and we will see you next time.